Give me 1 second.
Yeah. So the project was about geomagnetic storms and simulating them because no one really thinks about them. They're pretty cool and it's pretty unique. It basically shows heat maps because geomagnetic storms cause auroras, and this shows heat maps of where you can see auroras and their visibility and how well we can see them. It also shows disruptions because heat maps are sorry, geomagnetic storms cause disruptions in like electronics, like GPS stop working, lights flicker. And we also showed solar winds.
Yeah, solar winds, it was a very nice project, just learning a lot of new things. It's a very nice organization. But aside from that, I really enjoyed it, like see up there all the features. Again, like mentioned, we have a heat map, we have like areas regarding like disturbances due to these geomagnetic winds. Yeah, as you can see with the demonstration, we put a lot of hard work into this, and I really appreciate the opportunity to make such a nice application.
All right, now for second place, can we get a drum roll again while our slides are going back around? It's going to be a long drum roll, guys. It's okay. We got this. And all those grilled cheeses off. Oh, wait, that's pretty good. Our second place winner is Fuse.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. My project and my partners was Fuse. Unfortunately, my partner had to leave early due to personal matters. My partner, Charlie Calipati, and myself made Fuse, a analyzer tool that allows beginners to circuit design to know exactly what could be wrong with their circuits. So as programmers, we know that when we write code, we immediately know what's wrong. We have error messages, but not so much with circuits. So you want to play it again? Sorry, I ran really fast. I didn't think it would be useful. I didn't think we would use the video. I did not know that I would get this type of result, and I'm so thankful for it. But so here we have our Kudung chat here, which is our LLM model that takes the data from a custom trained YOLO model that identifies circuit components and sends them to our OpenAI model from our custom trained model in order to get much more accurate detection and analytics. And when, for example, here, when the LED is off, it tells him it could be inserted backwards, right? So we have these small details like that, and that's what makes hardware hard, and that's what makes Fuse so important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fuse. I have to say, I was very impressed when I heard that you trained a model and did many, many other things, but it was very awesome. And last but not least, extra long drum roll, please. Our first place winner for the general division is Rapid Relief Routing. Congratulations. So for them, they do need to connect it to the projector screen so you can see a live demo of this. We will be speaking from this side.
It takes a couple seconds.
Hi, okay. Unfortunately, half our team had to go, but they shout out to Smart and Alfie, who are good at Hackathon. So wildfires are a big problem. And me coming from Colorado, I experienced a really large wildfire in my own community 3 years ago that devastated a lot of houses and disrupted a lot of our community. Now, similarly, in the most recent LA wildfires, almost 7 million acres of land got burnt, and every year 50,000 people die from natural disasters like these. Now, our solution is to try and mitigate these adverse effects by creating essentially a way of optimizing responder routes. hence the name. So in essence, what we're doing is we're turning every single neighborhood of a given section into a graph, and our goal is to provide routes for responders to be able to provide the fastest relief to all of the houses on the graph. Now, as you can see on the right side, this is kind of an example. And it turns out, so when n is 1, when we have one responder, this translates into an NP hard problem, the traveling salesman problem, which essentially means it's something that's very difficult to do. And now when we bump n up into higher numbers, so when you have multiple responders, like in real life, this becomes kind of even harder to do. So what we did is we used a simulating annealing optimization, which essentially is a probabilistic method of making local optimizations in order to make the kind of runtime for this shorter. So essentially what we're doing is we're minimizing the maximum distance that each of these responders has to do. So you can kind of see on the right side, there's 5 different green dots. These are the different responders that are traversing each of these routes. And essentially what our product gives is a faster, safer, and more adaptive emergency response to things like wildfires. So we'll give a brief demo. So this is the dispatch service. You can enter any location. In our case, we've chosen the Pacific Palisades in California, which is where a lot of the wildfires recently happened. Now we can zoom in on any neighborhood, and then we'll click the process relief allocation. And essentially what it's doing is it's turning all of the area inside of this red bounding box into a graph. And this graph has nodes for the houses and the buildings, and all of the edges are the street roads. Now, as you can see on the legend on the right-hand side, there are 5 different routes. We simulated this for 5 response measures. This could be generalized for any amount of responders. Now, each of the colors corresponds to what route that response vehicle is taking. And the idea is if each of them goes along their allocated route, this is a much faster and efficient way to respond to natural disasters. Now, also, we wanted to update this in the case of fires to be able to dynamically update it. So as you can see, there's a fire that's been added from real-world data taken from NASA, marked by that kind of red dot there. So if we were to zoom in on a neighborhood where this fire has been occurring, when a fire happens, what actually happens is it could destroy the houses or the routes that can be that the first responders can take in order to get there. So what we're doing is essentially we're taking real-world fire data, and based off of a certain radius, we delete those nodes and those edges from that graph. And what that does is it dynamically updates the path that it takes. Sorry, I think it got moved, so it's a bit weird. But it dynamically updates the path that they can take to adjust for the road blockages. And that way, for any type of natural disaster, we can provide the fastest and most effective relief mission. And finally, our hope is just to be able to generalize this into other types of natural disasters as well. So that includes kind of, for example, storms or, for example, floods, and really to be able to mitigate any adverse consequences that might happen. Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. We really, really did appreciate like the project as well. We thought that the algorithm analysis was extremely impressive. And as some fellow algorithm takers and failures ourselves, we were very, very impressed at the modifications that you guys did in order to run this. And we think that the cause is really meaningful. Congratulations to all our winners and everyone who submitted our project. On behalf of the Hack MIT team, we would like to say we were blown away by everyone's projects and ideas and questions and just energy. Today was absolutely incredible and we're so honored to have you here. Yes, so for everyone who's won a prize, watch out for an email in the next few days with us with more details about choosing and receiving it.
Awesome. It has been an honor to watch you all learn and create. No matter who you are, whether this was your first hackathon or your fifth, we are proud to have seen you take an idea and turn it into something you can call your own.
Okay, now we hope that this weekend is just the beginning. beginning. Whether it's continuing to work on your hackathon projects or taking the skills you learned from this weekend and building new projects or just bouncing ideas off each other, there's so many ways to stay involved.
Yeah, and to talk about one way to stay involved, not to publicize, but we would like to shout out our sponsors. Who is our sponsor, you may ask? Because there's no logo or actual sponsor page. Surprise, the sponsor is the Hacking MIT team, which is really cool because the reason why we are able to pay for Blueprint using our own money is because we also run another hackathon in the fall called Hacking MIT, which is one of the biggest hackathons in North America. It has over 1,000 hackers. It has a really fun time and it's held annually in the fall. So for any high school seniors who are interested, please apply to Hacking MIT in the summer. Follow along our socials and you guys could come back again back to MIT and build cool projects and have fun and see all of our food again. Also, as an additional note, this hackathon cannot happen without the amazing people who are sitting around, probably falling asleep because they've been sleeping for 4 hours over the past few days or something, and that's our Hacking MIT team. So again, if you guys are coming to MIT in the fall, fingers crossed, etc., etc., we really do hope to see you guys maybe engage with Hacking MIT in other ways, such as joining the organizing team. Dom here actually competed in Hacking MIT Blueprint. She competed in Blueprint back in her days, and now she is a wonderful logistics head, but she would like to emphasize that she would rather prefer to be known as Discord Dom. So actually, can we get a round of applause for our icon? We love you, Dom. Thank you, Slay. Awesome. So yeah, basically, we really hope you guys choose to engage with Hacking MIT in other ways because we've really enjoyed having all of your wholesome energy and maybe sometimes feral energy and a lot of creative energy here. And we really appreciate you guys. Throughout the entire weekend, we've really been inspired by all of you guys. We could feel the sense of humor through your memes, your energy, and your dedication. And thank you for bringing this weekend to life. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we're really grateful for the time you've invested into yourself, into us and in yourself. Sorry, I'm also running on low sleep, so I can't really read.
Yeah, so before we get into our final reminders, just like to give a big round of applause to our director, Janet. She's been doing so much for us, so this event wouldn't have happened without her. So, okay. I'm pretty sure now you want to leave. So let's do the final stuff all now. Make sure to clean up your tables and any mess you might have made around your space. Don't forget to fill out the feedback form so we can make next year's blueprint even better. And if anyone checked out a laptop, hardware, or any Arduinos and tech, please make sure to return whatever you checked out to the help desk. And if you make any social media posts, please don't forget to tag us because we'll repost it all.
So on behalf of the Hacking MIT team, we really thank you all. Make sure to have a great night and good rest. We think you really deserve it, and we hope to see you in the future. Good travel.